Hello, hello. Hey guys. So it's the second Wednesday, can you believe that? And I'm excited just to kind of play a little and show you guys a demonstration of the Play to Create system if you haven't seen it yet. But overall, if you have, then hopefully we'll come up with a couple fun designs that you can use for your next project, for your next scrapbooking project. So feel free to take some screenshots or whatever you see that inspires you. Feel free to do that. So today I am actually going to be playing with Jason Lane. So I'm going to be using Jason Lane border, and I'm going to be using the Liberty accessory set, which just got released, last Monday. So it's been about a week and a half, and that's just a limited release. And then I'm going to be using the adventure accessory set as well. So yeah, so I'm excited. So just for reference though, just want to let you guys know, adventure and banners are 15% off for the month of July. So for the rest of the month of July, those sets are 15% off. And Liberty is available while supplies last. So let's just start playing. So if you are new to Kiwi Lane, we have a 5-step process, a Play to Create 5-step process. Basically, we design, trace, cut, ink, replace. And so I'm just going to be showing you guys the first step, which is to design. And the designing of using our designer templates, so we use them as a designing tool and then we use them as a template. And the great thing about them is that it speeds up the process. So I can't tell you guys how many times in the past I just stared at this, what you see. Does this look like a familiar thing where you just kind of stare at an empty page and you're like, okay, tapping your fingers. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So we are going to actually play, literally play, no pressure, not cutting into anything, not doing any of that. Just play and have fun and see what you can come up with. Okay, so really quickly, let me show you this border. So this is Jason Lane. Did I just see some of you guys said that you love Jason Lane? It's a great one. I love it. Actually, let's do that. What is your guys' favorite border set? Comment, let me know. We are going to be giving away 5 Liberty accessory sets. 5 Liberty accessory sets. Just simply comment. Let me know what your favorite border is. Okay, so this is Jason Lane, like I mentioned, and it comes with 6 different pieces. Okay, and each piece has a side A and a side B. Okay, this comes in really handy when we cut it out, which maybe I'll show you here at the end when we get through the designing process. But the first step is to basically create and design with. And so we're going to take one of our pairs, right? And we're going to create a 2-page spread. So we're going to put one on this side and we're going to put one over on this side. So you keep them separate, and when we cut them out, I'll show you why here in a minute as well. And then you just create. Other than that, that's really the only kind of tip or rule. There's really never rules. You can feel free to create as you wish, but it's the only thing that I want to make sure to point out. Like always, you can pull in another set. So I can pull in Jason Lane 3B and I can throw that into the mix. That's all we're doing. We're just playing and throwing them into the mix. Okay, top, bottom, left, right. A lot of these you've probably seen before, but just in case you're new to Kiwi Lane, let me show you. So you see how I can do like a fun back-to-back. We here at Kiwi Lane love to layer. So if you love that layering look that you often see in our idea books and samples and things like that, then just play, layer with, and you'll notice that it's just mostly paper. So you always you're just gonna use up your stash of paper once you get to that step. But for the first step, we're just designing. I mean, we could even do 3 layers. Look how fun that would be. So again, if you feel like something's missing, I always say just throw another layer, and it always adds a little bit more depth and motion to it. Now, like I mentioned, I do want to be using Adventure. So our accessory sets, I'm going to be using Adventure and Liberty together. Now, just one set alone, you can just add some simple embellishments. See something like that? Let me move this guy here. You can have a lot of fun with just doing just a little embellishment. Now when it comes to our accessories, same thing, you're just designing with them. You're going to be using your scraps of paper, so you can use them over and over on tons of different projects. You'll also be surprised the combinations you can come up with and different things like that. So right, you can create a really fun layout. Okay, but let's, for the sake, let's say we're gonna use this border and this accessory and just see. So let me just play for a minute. Again, if you guys see something that you're like, oh, that is so cute, then feel free to take a screenshot and then create it and then tag me so I can see it because I love that. Okay, that could be cute, layered. Look how cute that could be, where you had that kind of coming in. And what if you had like a little title, something like that? That would be super fun. Okay, so that's the Adventure Star layered with Liberty. And then I'm gonna come over here and let's change this up for a minute too. So we used this border, and so we used 1A and 2B. I'm gonna do kind of like a back-to-back on this side, just at the top, right? And then let's do more of the gear from Adventure. Okay, I love an arrow because we can have it point towards a picture, which I'll throw some pictures in here so we can see that full effect when you're playing to create a star, or maybe even, again, it just depends on what you're personally scrapbooking. So say you're doing the 4th of July. Awesome, Liberty is a great for a 4th of July. Travel, so Pennsylvania, which we're gonna be going to, but you know, you travel of any kind, or sports, it could be a lot of fun too. So let's mix this up, right? Let's throw this banner in. I actually really loved a layout that Amy did. I don't know how many of you guys saw it. Maybe we'll put it in the comments here. She did one with her sports, but she also did one where she just had like layers of this banner, just tons and tons of different layers. It was so cute. So, so cute. We could even do what if we did like an arrow? I've never done that before, where the arrow just kind of follows that banner down, and then you could have more of a textural layer here, something like that. Okay, let me throw in my photos really fast. It's hard to pick one, Elaine says. I know, on the borders. She said my top 3 are Eli Avenue, Jason Lane, and Madison. I have to say Madison is probably one of my all-time favorites. It was one of the first ones we released on the borders, and so it is a fun one. I really love it. Okay, so you can see how you add your photos. Now you just completed your look. And I will point out, we have the photo templates. Again, so for ease of time, for designing, you don't have to crop into your pictures yet. You really want to just be free to play. And I just can't express that enough, the feeling that comes when you're not searching and trying to keep on, you know, all the latest trends on the internet. You spend most of your time there when your time is so precious. When you actually have time to play and create, you want to sit down, you want to pull something together, and then just kind of get lost in the next steps, which is trace, cut, ink, replace. I can't tell you guys how fulfilling and how rewarding that is. So basically, I'm actually standing up right now. I often do that. Like, I'll stand up at my craft table and I quickly create a layout, and then I'll sit down and I'll relax. Because it's that first step, that first designing step, that you really want to get the juices, the creative flow, I guess you can say. You know, you really want to get it flowing. And so it's the part that you have to basically turn on that side of your brain. And so with the tangibility of playing and creating, it turns on a lot faster. I don't even know how to say it, but that's how it works. It's just really, really fun. All right, so let's mix it up. So again, nothing's permanent. If you're not really feeling it, then it's as easy as trying again. So I'm gonna throw in 3B from Jason Lane, since we played with the other ones. And I'm gonna take the matching piece and I'm gonna put it over on the other side. So we could do like a little cross design like that, right? Maybe we have this banner going this way. I really loved this arrow from Adventure. On the last design, we had it offset like that, but you could even do how it's like layered on top of the Liberty. That's kind of cute, right? It's not just me, that's kind of fun, right? Because then you can have that like 2 different patterns and colors going on there. What if we even had it extended so that the 2 points match here, and then you had just kind of like this burst of thing. You could even have your title go across here on your page if you wanted to. And honestly, if that's all you did, how cute would that be? right? And then you could tuck your photos in. What an easy page. You're talking a few cuts. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, because when you cut your borders out, they come out together. Let me show you guys that really quickly since I mentioned that. So what you're gonna do, let's say you take your paper, and I'm actually using the July Kiwi Club kit, so I guess I'm gonna have to commit, right? But you can take your paper, whatever you're working with. Here, I probably wanna do the blue and blue. Sorry guys, now I'm overthinking it. But, yeah, let's do this one. Okay? And you just wanna make sure, I want my stripes to go down, so that's why I'm holding it this way, which is another thing to be mentally aware of. So, we're gonna take our matching pieces, and you just line it up on the paper that you wanna trace it out of. Take a pencil, super easy, super, super easy. We're gonna trace. Take your matching piece that was on the right side of your page, and then I just make a mark right here. And where I make that mark, I'm gonna do a straight cut with my paper trimmer, okay? So let me cut that down really quickly for you guys, and then we'll go back to some playing and creating. But just in case you are not familiar with how our borders work, I wanna show you that, because that's a really important thing to understand why they're designed with a side A and side B. One, if you're doing a 2-page layout, you design both sides at the same time. But when you go to cut them out, you just cut it once up the middle. So I'm just gonna follow my line using a pretty good pair of scissors. You know, $15 investment is a good pair of scissors. And it does make a difference. A good pair of scissors makes a difference. And you cut it once, but you're gonna replace both sides. So when I say the 5-step process is the play to create, we design, we trace, cut, and then we recommend inking. Inking just for the mere fact that when you are trying to find my dauber, where's my dauber? I didn't plan on showing this, but I figured, you know what, it's an important step. We might as well show that step. Anyway, so you ink the edges, it hides any blemishes, imperfections, things like that. And so, again, when we got to the point where we really wanted to simplify our scrapbooking process, that allowed us to use our stashes of paper that we had, but still have very adorable layouts that we were happy with the end results. We just wanted to keep it simple. So personally, we use this one color. Again, just a recommendation. Feel free to use what you have. But yeah, it hides any blemishes, imperfections, especially when you're using pattern paper. It separates the patterns and the textures from each other, gives it a nice finished look, and it also covers that pencil line. You are going to be tracing it. Very simple tools that you need. Nothing really fancy. Very basic, but the basicness of it allows efficiency, effectiveness. You're going to find that you're able to get a lot more accomplished, and you'll still have that fulfillment once you're finished. So that is the basics of the borders. So hopefully that was helpful. If you guys haven't seen that yet, or if you have any more questions, please make sure to talk to your Kiwi Lane instructor. She can help you out as well. So that's the basics. So should we design one more? Let's design one more design. Let's see what we can come up with. So again, staying with my border, let's try doing, let's see, a layered look. So I'm gonna layer these two together. And then I'm going to take the matching pieces and we'll layer that over there on the other side. So you kind of do this mirror effect. Now I do want to point out, and I have shared this before, like just because you do a layer here doesn't mean you have to keep the same design as far as a layer over here. I mean, you could even have this side be more of that back-to-back style, or however you want to do that. So I just want to point that out. You could have a layered look with the back-to-back style. You could have a back-to-back style with the top and bottom. So I can get carried away with all the options, but I think you guys get the idea, right? Hey, if you guys are just joining us, feel free to comment. What border is your favorite? If you haven't used Kiwi Lane product yet, then just say, you know what? I don't own any of them yet. And we're gonna be giving a giveaway for 5 of our Liberty accessory sets. We're gonna pick 5 winners on Saturday and post them. So leave a comment to enter into that giveaway. All right. So let me go ahead and play around and see what else we can come up with. So there's also this very fun, I don't know, what would you call that? A splat? and it kind of reminds me of that, like mud or water, if you were doing like a water page. But you know, the other thing about paper and patterns and colors is that they don't really have to necessarily even represent something like that. They literally can be just a texture or element on your page. So if that was something you want, you could do that in really fun cream or something, and it's just more of a background texture, you know? Does that make sense? Yeah, so try not to also put them in a box. Once you kind of, I love seeing what everybody kind of thinks when they see different templates. It's all different. It's all about what you see and what you think of, but it can be a lot of fun. I will add that I often, if you are one that does a lot of more masculine pages, or you struggle because you can't find like a lot of great things for masculine pages, adventure is one of my go-tos. Definitely whenever I have a page that I want to have a little bit more essence of masculinity, whatever, you know, then I will throw on adventure. I just love this swish. I love it from Liberty. I just think it's so fun, and every time I see it, I just think some journaling or something trailing along that would be so fun. Okay, so I'm just gonna play, just see what kind of layers we can come up with. What if we had like that layered behind, twist it? So only that top part would show, but then you could have like another layer down here. That could be a lot of fun. And then what if you could even use this, oh guys. So this is a firecracker in the Liberty accessory, which is so cute with this, right? But honestly, it could just be an arrow. Just a really cute arrow by itself. So say we wanted it just to kind of come up the top. I'm not gonna use that part when I go to trace it out. I would only trace out, you know, the portion that I'm using. So maybe I would just line it up on my paper and trace that part out. But so you can have like it come down, be one of those. I always love this because you could do like a little 3 banner in the corner. That's also a lot of fun. Anyways, I literally am just playing right now just to kind of show you guys variety. But I think you guys get the idea of using the Liberty, Jason Lane, and the Adventure accessory set. And again, just remembering, if you don't have Adventure yet, it is 15% off right now. So for our monthly featured set. So make sure to check that out. And then also we have our Liberty accessory set, which is just a limited time release. So when it's sold out, it's gone. So make sure to jump over and get it while supplies last on that. Okay, so now I'm just adding a couple photos and the mix. We could even do, let's see, what if we did like a 5x7 here? Right? And then what if we layered that up and we had another photo kind of represented there, and we did the swish. I'd probably pull this over too. I'd do like another one of those over there. Okay, all right, I'm done playing. You guys get the idea. So the Play to Create system is a 5-step process: design, trace, cut, ink, replace. It's gonna save you time. It gives you inspiration by simply playing and having that hands-on experience. You will be surprised how your own creativity will come to life. And it allows you to use up your paper stash, to really pull on the beautiful patterns and colors in the paper and allow them to embellish your pages, instead of, you know, all the expensive embellishments. If you have them, incorporate them in, but it's really not needed to get an overall very nice page for your life memories and your story to be represented in that page. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful Wednesday. Gosh, I could go on and on. I think I better let you guys though go. So, all right. Hey, don't forget again, we're giving away 5 of our Liberty accessory sets. Anyone is welcome to enter. Just make sure to leave a comment. Just share something very simple. What is your favorite border? If you don't have it yet, that's fine. Leave a comment, let us know, and then of course talk to your Kiwi Lane instructors if you guys have any questions. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.